Hey, welcome everybody to my live stream. I appreciate y'all joining me today. I see the NTZ is in the house. Michael Cosby, Levon White, Ingram Davis, John Wells. Thank y'all for everything y'all do, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you to my viewers and subscribers, man. I never take your kindness, your generosity, your support for granted. Michael Cosby is on here. I'll wait to get more people. I believe he's going to be starting a channel soon, and I think it's going to be successful because of he's been married to a Filipino. You were married to a Filipino for what, 15 years? Hey, Kenneth Roundtree, good to see you. Hey, Will Navarro, he said thanks for answering his email. Man, if anybody sends me an email, I promise you I'm going to respond. Thank you, Smoky Mountain Model. I appreciate he's my newest Patreon member, man. All of you Patreon members, man, thank you so much. I really appreciate your support. And also the people, whoever's been going on there buying those t-shirts, been a few, not a whole lot, but one is, I'm overwhelmed. Thank you. Hey, I love LaChon. Thanks for joining me today. Tim H. Tampa's in the house. Johnny Abreu. Johnny, I wanted to answer your question, which I did on your comment. They've got some great, he asked me about hospitals here in the Philippines. They got some great private hospitals, especially in Expat Alley. If you want to talk about Manila, let's talk about the medical city. St. Luke Hospital, Manila Doctors Hospital. That's just in Manila. Yeah. Hey, that man Travel 7. What's going on? Winchell, 2002. Jason Flint. Just give a few shout outs so we get some people on here. Hey, Buffalo Dan, he said the extra expenses you left out of your latest video is open hands of the family of your Filipino. No, because we don't have that, Dan. I don't have that expense, I promise you. And I've never had it. But if they ever ask me, I'd be glad to help them, but they never ask. This is my third relationship over with 3 families, and I've never had that expense. Hey, Reginald Wallace, what's going on? Moonlight. Hey, Eric Terry. I apologize. We haven't been able to hook up, man, but, I like talking to you. But, yeah, man, we're going to talk about the quality of life today, not the standard of living. It's a big difference because I got some pushback on that when I said that on my last video about quality of life over here, man. My quality of life. Yeah, I'm the same person, but I'm in a whole new arena. And you got some different variables. And it's made my quality of life over here better than it was in my home country. And we'll talk about that, man. And, a lot of times, it's a lot of debating going on. Look, guys, this is my boots on the ground experience I'm giving to y'all. It's not about debating. You cannot, everybody has the right to their own opinion. But this is just my real life experience. Hey, what's going on, Danny? Road to the Philippines. Check him out. I think your girlfriend or wife is from Davao. And I like that area where you were. I saw that video. You were on that jeepney. Man, Davao really is one of them. It's a modern place. Hey, Love Beat Muse, what's going on, man? James Lyons. Also, there's been no updates on travel, guys, as far as I know. I saw one of the other vloggers posted on his Facebook that Thailand is officially opening to vaccinated travelers, fully vaccinated travelers. There's no, if you go to Phuket, there's no quarantine. What's going on? Timidity man from Chicago, yeah. We haven't started on the house, man. We're waiting on the building permit and everything to get approved. But the minute it does, I'm kind of glad. It gives me a little time to save up some more money, man. But as soon as it happens, man, we're going to start that. Winchell 2002 says, any thoughts about expats living in Angeles City. Well, I'm gonna tell you, I talked to my friend Anthony. He lives in the BGC. He says, man, they got it going on up there. He said it's not the Angeles City of old. You know, there's a new sheriff in town, and I believe it's Koreans owe a lot of the bars and stuff. But as far as the quality of life and how they're living, he says they got everything up there you need. Hey, Freddie Sanders, man, you sent me a message on my Facebook. I don't know what you want me to do. Give me some help, man. If what you want me to do to help you with, I do it. Road to the Philippines said that interview with Mark on Every Man Has a Story was brutal. The trolls shoot me up and spit me out. Well, they're jealous, man. You know, you got a beautiful woman, man. She obviously loves you. And hey, you know, let them hate. Haters gonna hate, man. I don't give them any time on my channel anymore. Hey, Roger Walker, what's going on, man? Where you posting those pictures from? Where you live, Roger? Man, you look like, man, you living in paradise already. Yeah, Michael Cosby, since got some people on here now, he's going to start his channel, he told me, in about another month. I think it's going to be successful because he was married to a Filipino for 15 years, I believe. And you got my full support. Whenever it starts, of course, I'm going to give you a shout out. If you want me to ever be a part of it, let me know. Sam Champion says, Virginia's poised to be the next state where we can legally make those weed runs. Wow. Now that's shocking to me. Virginia being as conservative, it's the only other Commonwealth besides Kentucky. Hey, Jerome Smart, thank you, man, for all your help and support, man. I'm glad you're on here today. Louis Pizarro says Philippines will start GCQ tomorrow. Well, we're already on MGCQ. That's below GCQ. I think you're talking about up in Metro Manila. I'll have to look that up, but yeah, that's good news. But you know, you'll be confused with all of these quarantine levels. You got ECQ, that's the toughest one. That's total lockdown. Then you got MECQ. Then you got GCQ. Then you got MGCQ. That's what we are, the lowest right now. And most of the Philippines is on MGCQ now. The only ones are a few areas up in Metro Manila, that NCR area. I think Davao and Iloilo, but the rest of the country is basically on the lowest level. But yeah, I got a lot of pushback when I told them that my quality of life over here is better than it was in America. Not my standard of living, my quality of life. Let's look at the definition, guys, before y'all start pushing back. The definition of the quality of life per the Webster Dictionary is the standard of health, comfort, and happiness that an individual or group experiences. And let me tell you, man, I don't have anything to gain from saying this. When you put them three together, yes, absolutely. My quality of life is better over here, man. My health is better because I'm not dealing with a lot of the variables in America that makes me stressed, that makes my health go down, my anxiety go up. Yeah, see, a lot of the fresh foods that I'm eating over here, I'm eating better. A lot of the comfort foods I'm not eating there. Let's talk about my comfort. You look at my other video I showed you, man. Listen, for $170 a month rent, y'all saw my place. I don't have the bills that I had over there, which creates the stress. I've got a beautiful woman who really loves me now. Okay. There's still that unspoken agreement, but that's okay, man. I'm at a stage in my life where that kind of stuff doesn't bother me anymore. I'm going to have a woman. I'm going to be with somebody. But there's more important things, see? And that's what I talk about on my video today. I give you my budget. You know, every now and then, every 3 or 4 years, I do that budget, you know, to show everybody that it's possible. So there's no debating on that. But I showed you, man, and she fluffed my pillow up, I promise you, before I lay in the bed, man. So yeah, I'm happy, man. Hey, what's going on, Jacob Tanjay? Good to see you, man. Brian Sherry. Oh, okay. Roger Walker said he's in Guntersville, 30 miles south of Huntersville. Is that Florida or California? What's going on, JH? Hey, Sal in Chicago. Give me a call after this. I got a little time today. I'm not going to be so busy. But yeah, let's talk about the quality of life, guys, the people who have lived here before, who have visited here before. T. Middleman says, Cal and John, you guys look like you're living a great life. Thank you both for sharing it with us. And that's what we're talking about today, T. Middleman in Chicago, man. Yeah, I'm really living the best life I've ever lived. Wow. Let me go back to this. Will Navarro says he struggles living off $8,000 a month, man. Wow. You would be the baller of all ballers over here, my man, with $8,000 a month. There would be no limit of what you're living, man. Hey, Daryl Fulmore, what's going on? I believe you up in Seattle. Dusty Passport. Yeah, you're not going to have any problems over here. Listen, I gave you my living expenses, okay? It's under $1,000 a month, man. That includes my travel. So you bring $8,000 over here, man, I'm going to have to crown you king of the Philippines, man. Nate Cowley says, speaking of health, how's the healthcare system there? Well, believe it or not, the Philippines has good doctors and nurses. They supply the world, guys, with nurses. So this is the nurse capital of the world. But remember, man, your health begins with you. It begins with us and how we take care of ourselves, man. It's preventive maintenance. Don't show up at the hospital with a heart attack and then blame the hospital for it. You understand? And that's what we do. If all I'm needing, my 12 years over here, is a checkup every now and then and that sort of thing, then the Philippines has great hospitals, man, especially the private ones. But make sure that your insurance is accepted or that you have coverage when you come over here. Once you're here for 59 consecutive days, you qualify for the field health. Go ahead and get that. The outpatient care here is cheap, man. It's affordable. Yeah, a road to the Philippines said quality of life is something mentioned very frequently in the healthcare industry. Quality is way more important than standard. Absolutely it is. Man, listen, when you put me, I'm the same person I was in the United States, but I'm living in a whole different arena. I don't have the stress. I don't have the strain. I don't have the bills. I don't have the pressures that I had over there. Then you add on to this 365 days of sunshine, which attributes to my great health. I'm able to work out, ride my bike every day. The comfort, man, because my cost of living is so low, I can live very comfortably for a fraction of what I was living over there. Then happiness, man. Oh, man, thanks, A Road to the Philippines. Y'all go check him out, man. Make some more videos. Hey, JH, thank you, brother. For the super chat, he says, for the Get Calvin to Try Balut Fund. Oh, man. It's going to take a miracle. But I may try it, man. I may try the juice first. And then I will maybe bite into that damn baby chicken, man. It's crazy. Ron Bizzle, what's up? He said, please don't hesitate. Hit the likes, please. Yeah, come on, guys. Y'all know that helps me. Good to see John here. Wow, Will Navarro says his mortgage is $5,000. Where you live, in the White House, man? All right, Philippines, my paradise. That's Ned again. Remember, check Ned's channel out, guys. Philippines, my paradise. He's the flip side of Sunshine Shoulders. we give the same information, but he's more of a scholar, where I'm more of I give it to you on the street level, the nitty gritty, man. And by the way, man, like and subscribe, if you like my channel. If you want to get the nitty gritty every single day, I'm going to earn your subscription. I'm not going to put a video out once a week, once every 2 weeks. I'm going to give it to you every day. It's going to be interesting, man. It's never going to be boring. Remember, my videos are entertaining, sometimes motivational, sometimes inspirational. Most of the time, informative, but never negative or bashing. Hey, thanks, Ron Bizzle, for that super chat. He said, thanks, Brother Calvin. Shout out to the Boots on the Ground gang. We appreciate you, Ron Bizzle. Thanks, Louis Pizarro, for the super chat. He said, a little contribution, Calvin. Thanks for the local information. Man, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate everybody for your super chats, your super stickers. I just thought this type of channel would be, needed, because there's so much on the Philippines, man, that if you want a tour, they've got that. If you want to see the right side of the Philippines, you got that, the dark side. But I just give you the real boots on the ground, man. I'm just a normal guy, and I think that's why people can relate. They see themselves in me. If I can do it, I promise you, you can do it. But there's some things you have to do. You have to have that passive income if you want to live here. Now, as far as being a visitor, you come over for 2 weeks, bring you at least $1,500. $2,000, you're going to ball. And that's not a lot of money to earn in the United States, man, $2,000. I'm going to be honest with you. Wow. I love LaChan said $8,000 per month is typical where I lived in San Diego. See, this is the reason why I got away from there, man. That's a lot of money, and that's just your expenses. Y'all, because, I was, as an insurance agent in America, in Kentucky now, this isn't California. I started to have to work twice as much to maintain my lifestyle, man. As older I got, I started looking around. I said, no, I don't want to live like this for the rest of my life, man. But that's a lot of money. But yeah, I was out in California back in 2015, and I met a gentleman from San Diego. He was telling me how expensive it was. Jade Bianchini says, is Zamboanguita nice? Absolutely. Now, I lived there before, Jade. I lived there before. They got a resort there now. I lived there before that, so I don't know if that's had any effect on, but yeah, it's really a nice little municipality. It's exactly 28 kilometers outside of Dumaguete. So if you move there, technically you're not a Dumaguete disciple, but if you want to go to Dumaguete, man, it's a hop, skip, and a jump, and you'll like it in Zamboanguita. They've got some of the nicest. Remember, I always talk about the bakeries here. I mean, they cook hot bread more than anywhere else I've been in the Philippines, like 2 or 3 times a day. Every time I used to just pop in on the bakery, they have hot bread. And that's one thing that the Philippines doesn't get enough credit for, man. I'm going to be honest with you. If you like, I'm talking about bread, buns and different things like that, banana bread, cheese bread, man, the Philippines, man, is going to blow your mind. Especially hot, that Spanish bread, where it's fresh out of the oven, man, you bite into it, man, it melts in your mouth. I'm telling you, man, it's this delicious. Hey, Road to the Philippines, thanks for that super chat, man. He said, just a small token for my appreciation for giving my channel a shout out numerous times. Thank you so very much. I've looked at your channel many times, man, and because you got boots on the ground experience, that's why. And people can learn from you. A lot of guys have never been here before, Danny. And see, the more you talk about your time over here, the more people are going to gravitate toward your channel. just talk about your experience when you was here, man, because you got everything on there, man. If you ever get your woman, you said your woman shy, see, and I'm glad you told me that, because my woman won't come on camera. They don't want to be seen on here. You know, they think it's OA, they call it. But yeah, talk about your experience, because you got a beautiful woman, man, and you know, you got some boots on the ground experience. Share that, man. I guarantee you, you're going to get more viewers and more subscribers. Okay, Will, he said just looking for a safe place to settle. Well, that's most of the Philippines, man. Remember, I won't say it's safe. It's safe for me because I don't know your lifestyle. But if you move here to St. Carlos, because I found out, my friend who owns some real estate here, he was talking about one of his clients got shot here in St. Carlos last year. Said that he had went bar hopping and had bought some Filipino locals some drinks. Well, they followed him to the next bar and thought that he was going to buy beer again, but he said no, and they tried to snatch money out of his wallet. But they got to arguing. They took it outside. Well, because he was drunk, he went chasing the guys. They circled around on him, shot him in his side, damn near killed him. But, you know, if you live a lifestyle like me over here, it's going to be safe, man. I'm in the house by dark. Okay. Hey, Elaine Grace Power and I said, hi, Calvin. Have a blessed morning. Shout out for my birthday today. Okay, Elaine Grace Paranal. Happy birthday. She said, can you make a video? How do we know if our foreigner boyfriend is serious or not? What are the signs? Thanks in advance for your response. I already got one, and it's not that long. I'll send it to you. I'll send you the link. Send me a message on Facebook. I'll send you the link. I got a video already, Elaine. Happy birthday. Hey, Phil Burns, he says, great to be here again. 3 golden rules. Go with the flow. Keep your partner happy and respect your host. Absolutely. I couldn't say it any better. AK Wade 76, return as E7. Wow. Congratulations. In the Navy, you would be a chief in a couple of years. Hopefully I'll have enough for the Philippines. I think you will. Look at my video today. I promise if you move this way, you will. With my lifestyle, man, I can't go over. It's hard for me to get over 1,000 every month. I promise you, man. Wow, Jeff Lynch said California is crazy. I'm about 12,000 a month. I tend to go down to 3,000 in the Philippines. Yeah, see, that's a big difference, though, Jeff. And for 3,000 a month here, man, you living good. I don't care where you live. Hey, Gary T. Now, what's your expenses up there in San Francisco? I know it's high. Yeah. He said, appreciate your expense blog. The cost of living is a huge draw. It is. I'm going to tell you guys, man, I'm going to look you straight in the eye and tell you. The cost of living now is the draw to the Philippines. It's not the women, man. They're not going to ever run out of women over here. Okay? But that's not the draw anymore for people, man. They're looking at, hey, man, how can I make my retirement go further? And this is one of the draws for the Philippines. It's what puts the Philippines way up there. All the other stuff just adds to it. But yeah, thanks, Gary. Brian Sherry says, Calvin John told me he forwarded the email I sent him a few days ago to you. Yes or no? Yeah, I did. If you send it to me, I forwarded it to John. And see, John, I don't know if he even answered it yet. Hey, Hal 2050, what's going on? John Wells said, Calvin, let's try it on the Friday live stream. What, John? What are you saying? Try what? Road to the Philippines. Danny says, I worked as a registered nurse for nearly 20 years. I've seen many people blame the very people that are trying to help them for all the problems. Yeah. See, I'm glad you're on here, about that, man. We got to take better care of ourselves. You can't show up at the hospital in bad shape and then blame the hospital. I mean, that's just how it is, you know. And that's exactly what we do. As men, we don't even go to the hospital. I've got a brother who's a nurse, and he said that attributes to our low mortality rates. Why women outlive us, because they go to the doctor a whole lot more than we do. Because we don't like to sit around and wait on the doctor. So when we show up like my father did, it's already too late. They gave him 30 days to live. And boy, was he mad. And I asked my mother, I said, Mama, why is Daddy so mad? And she said, you know, when people know they're going to die, they get angry. Yeah. But thanks, Danny, for that information. Yeah, guys, you know, my health over here is as good as it's ever been, because every day I do something, if it's not just riding my bike. And then remember, you know, you are what you eat. I was in the 3rd grade when they put that sign up. Now, remember, I'm 58 now. It was 55 years ago. I didn't know what it meant. I couldn't comprehend it. Like, you are what you eat. But you are what you eat, guys. So if you out here with all this foolishness, don't be surprised when you get sick. All the toxic stuff, cokes and stuff. Sal in Chicago, how's your foot doing, man? Did they take that screw out? They take the cast off? Tell Brittany to give me a shout out, man. I haven't heard from her, man. I don't know, you know, if it's time or not. What's up, Duke Lopez? Good to see you, man. Soul School music lovers. I wish they'd come out with some new soul music, man. I miss it. But I'm glad they got YouTube and Spotify. I get it all the time. Smoky Mount Mala says, is that the Catholic school in the background of your daily vlogs, Calvin? I've been Googling St. Carlos. It is. And it's run by nuns, and I see them all the time over there. Now, I don't know if they've got, believe it or not, on my blog I was doing, was it yesterday? But when I said something about, you could hear some clapping in the background. I mean, it was crazy, man. And it could have, you would have thought that I slid that in there, but it didn't. It was coming from the school behind me. But I said something about I was living my best life or something, and they start clapping. But yeah, Smokey Marla, that's it. Dusty Passport said, no homo. He said, you look better in that Superman shirt, Brother Cal. Thanks, man. I had a subscriber send that to me from Miami, Florida. Took it 2 months to get here. Don't use the mail over here, guys. It's not even snail mail, slug mail. Eric Ackling says, any more information to share about the expat in Filipino getting shot? No, see, that's what happens, man. It didn't even make the news here. And then all of a sudden, it goes into this black hole, and you never hear anything else about it. But I haven't heard anything else about it. I'm going to have to look that up. But, yeah, that's usually what happens, man. It goes quiet. Oh, okay, John, you talking about trying balut. But see, they don't sell balut. They only sell balut at night. So we have to get it Thursday night before. Yeah, let's do that, John. I tried. Tell Janessa, I can tell Marilyn to get us a couple of balut. I think 14-day or 16-day. Gary T said USD is still losing ground against the peso. Yeah, that's just because the Philippines hasn't reopened. You watch when the Philippines reopens and they start importing and exporting like normal, the dollar will go back up. I promise you that. Hey, Durham, 4 more thanks, man. I appreciate you. All your help and support, brother, for that super sticker, man. Hope everything works out for you on that other end. You know, but the good thing is, you know, your wife will be working soon. Hello, ma'am. Buntag. Alan First says, 6 years and I can retire from the Navy. Wow. I tell you what, I wish I would have had the, yeah. Good morning. Hold on, guys. You want to come on in? Okay, thank you. Hi, honey, you got company. Come on in. Yeah, hello, Mike. Yeah, go ahead. Thank you. Hello, baby. Yeah, I wish I would have had the disciplined island fist when I was in the Navy, man, and to stay in for 20 years. Because I had a friend of mine, we graduated high school together. He went in the Army the same time I went in the Navy. Man, he got out after 25 years. And he was only 43. That was a long time ago. His name is John Summers, man. He lives out in Newburgh. He did. He may still be in, but I seen him at the casino. He had 25 years in then. Duke Lopez said, Cal, I've seen the Philippines evolve since 1978 until now. The growth in modernization has come 1,000%. Absolutely. We have properties there and enjoy going there. I would be there permanently in 4 years. You're right. I'm going to tell you something. The Philippines had one of the fastest growing economies in all of Asia. From 2009, when I first came here, to 2018, when I was here permanently, it's like night and day. As a matter of fact, there's a lady just pulled up that just went in to see my girlfriend. She's got a new car, man. That was unheard of in 2009. Nobody had new cars here but elite business people, the rich and famous. But now, man, the roads are, that's what's attributed to the traffic everywhere. There's so many motorcycles, man. You never saw women driving motorcycles. Now you do, and cars. But yeah, you're right. Eric Ackling, Oching, as a business idea with a food truck focused on American cuisine, work in those expat areas. Absolutely, it would work here in San Carlos. I've never seen a food truck here. I'm not for sure if they even have them, but that would be a great idea, especially with American cuisine. Because then they couldn't say, oh, well, he's taking our business. Because you're really not competing. There's a place here called Mike's Beer and Burgers. Pre-pandemic, I haven't eaten there since because I don't know if he's able to get the same ingredients he was able to get before. But his food, you know, whenever I got a craving for a real burger or tacos or anything like that, I go to his place. And he's doing something, welcome, he's doing something that nobody else is probably doing within 200 kilometers of here. And I took my hat to him. His food is good, too. Hey, thanks, Freddie Sanders. What's going on? He said, I see them bars on the windows. This is more like a status symbol, man. Look at my video today. I took y'all outside, man. You'll see nobody's going to break in over here. And most of the people, you know, have it over here. But remember, Freddie, you got to keep an honest man honest. And that's a lesson I learned from my mother. That's true. I don't care. You could be my best friend. I'm not going to leave my wallet full of money sitting on the table in front of you while I'm taking a shower. You know, I'm not going to tempt you. And I believe that's what they do over here, to be honest with you. Oh, yeah, Duke Lopez said hot panda salt is the best with butter and a hot cup of coffee. You can't beat it, Duke. And I'm trying to tell these guys about that. It's one of the things the Philippines doesn't get enough credit for is these bakeries over here. It was a pleasant surprise for me because when you think about the Philippines, you never even think about that. And where I come from in Louisville, Kentucky, when you go to the bakery, all you're going to get is one of them old sweet birthday cakes. You don't get the stuff over here. Hey, thanks, Michael Cosby. for the super chat. He said, I talked to Calvin. I'm starting my own channel. We all are different and had different experiences. I will share mine. Haha, I think we all brothers, and I will tell you the truth. Yeah, but sunshine is true. Absolutely, man. That's why I was telling Road to the Philippines. He's got boots on the ground experience over here, man. If you share that, people will appreciate it. The same with you, Michael. All that experience you have, why wouldn't you share it? That's why I created my channel. I want to create a community where we come together and we share our information, make our experiences here better. And even for the new man and woman coming over, but even for the expat who's here, just like I tell y'all about San Carlos City and all the attributes here, the Ma'awani Hotel, that restaurant, man. Y'all think I'm playing, man. Ask John, ask Pumpkin Joe's Philippine Experience, Ronald Sims, if I'm playing about the food over there. It's the best in the Philippines. Oh, okay, John, take care. I see you Friday. Jade, what's that? Oh, Bianchini says I have women there who wants to come to America. Oh, yes, a lot of them do. And, you can't blame them, really. And until you come over here and really see their life experience, will you understand why? And you'll give them more respect. Because remember, my quality of life is different than the quality of life of the Filipino man. But see, on my video, like I told you, I said, as a black man in America, 72 is my life expectancy. But in the state of Kentucky, it's only 70. The Filipino man and all that he has to deal with over here in the Philippines, his life expectancy is 70. So I'm saying, okay, how much more years do I have if I move here? Hold on, guys. I got to pay for this water. All right, the water's here. 25 pesos. It should be in there. I said, since my quality of life is going to be so much better than the average here, how many more years would that add to my life? Because that's what I'm talking about. Not just quantity, but quality, And see, that's what it's all about. Yeah, pull it out. Yeah. And that's what we're talking about today, the quality of life. Hey, Cal Deadman, good to see you, man. I'm glad you're on here today. Clint Dow, thanks for the super chat. He says, what's with having microwave and full-size stoves? I heard him mention dirty kitchens. Okay, thanks, man. A dirty kitchen is just where it's outside. Your kitchen is outside. But you can have a full-size stove. Her sister has one. We don't have a full-size stove. We've got a toaster oven, and then we've got the burner stove in our dirty kitchen. It's just outside where you cook outside. But you can have all that over here. But the microwaves are very expensive if you buy one over here. Okay, Road to the Philippines says, I was stationed down in Kings Bay, Georgia on a submarine tender. Where are you living now, Danny? Are you? Luis Pizarro says, if I live in the Philippines, I would have to leave behind all my martial arts weapons. Absolutely, but they've got that stick over here. They've got that, I don't know what you call that martial arts where they have those sticks, but man, they're good over here. They do it just about every day in the park in Center Mall. They're out there exercising and stuff. Edward says they drive their bicycle around at 6 a.m. delivering Panda South. I will wake up early to make sure I got Panda South. Yeah, some of them do ride around. I like to go straight to the bakery and get mine. Because by the time they get it to you, it's too It's kind of cooled down a little bit, man. But yeah, I love that panda salad. I love cheese bread is my favorite. That's the bun, and then it's got the little piece of cheese in the middle. Hey, thanks, Michael Cosby, for the super chat. He said, I don't want to take away from Brother Cal. We all go through different stuff. He said, I would tell my brothers my side. We need to help and prepare, but Cal's my dog. Oh, yeah, man. See, Michael, you could never be my competition. You know, that's not what YouTube is all about. We're going to create a smorgasbord for people. You know, hell, these videos that I do are no more than 10, 12 minutes, sometimes a little bit more. So then once they watch my channel, they can go jump over to yours on my live stream to yours. It's never a competition, man. The more, the merrier. Really, I promise you, man. The more, the merrier. And like I said, I'm only giving my boots on the ground experience. Your boots on the ground experience is going to be totally different. You probably live in a totally different area. It's all going to be different. But no, we're not competing. And that's why I don't understand it. I give shout outs, support to any channel that would ask me, because I'm not competing with you for anybody. Hey, Butch Helton, what's going on? He's coming from Madera, California. I was watching some on HBO last night, man, on this meth. Man, that meth is crazy. And see, that's what I'm talking about, the quality of life. See, I ain't using drugs and drinking anymore, so that helps with my quality of life. Yeah, Louis Pizarro, you can't bring any of that over here, but I wouldn't even try it, believe it or not. Hey, Texas Tazor, he's coming from DeVal. I was the guy who was asking about that couple that got killed. Texas Tazor, is anything in the DeVal paper about the American and his wife, a girlfriend that got killed there a couple of weeks ago? Could you share that with us? Because he lives there. So he would know a little bit more than me. Jade Bianchini says, will Pac-Man be the successor and ruler of the Turdy soon, Calvin? No. They don't want Pac-Man to run, but Pac-Man won't back down. But the Turdy's pushing his daughter out there, and I believe she's probably going to be the next president of the Philippines. You know, the Philippines already had 2 women presidents, and I'm thinking she's going to be the next one. They're pushing her. Pac-Man's party, they're telling him to back down, but he won't do it. He really wants to be the president. Hey, Jeffrey Tedler, thank you. Tedder, I'm sorry. Thanks for that super sticker. And I believe that's what this Earl Spence fight is about. If he wins this Earl Spence fight, man, you know, are they really going to stop him from running for president? Hey, Jeffrey Tedler, he said, good morning, Ambassador Calvin. Greetings from Okinawa. Wow. What everyday items are hard to come by there. Oh, man. You know, good stuff like that's not going to be so expensive. You can get a lot of stuff here, but it's just going to be so much more expensive. Like when I tell guys to bring stuff like a good pair of shoes, a good sunscreen, good sunglasses, your clothes, the sizes that you wear, you won't find them over here. It's going to take a lot of effort. You'd have to go up in Manila in one of those places. Look at this gecko. Y'all going to get used to these little things here. These are the small ones. And he's on the inside too, but they won't bother you. That's a baby. But you don't want the real big ones. They're around these coconut trees and stuff. Hey, old pretender, what's going on in California? Gibbles Pascac. He said, how's Bill going? We haven't started yet. We're waiting on the approval of the building permit. What's going on, China? Zolder Vulcan. He's a big time Mayambunta supporter of Sunshine Shoulders, man. He said experiences of life are like the walks of life. They are quite different for the eyes of the beholder. That's exactly. So make sure your moment is happening. John Gomez says, I'm planning to visit my daughter in Japan soon. Hopefully after that, the Philippines. I used to fly into Japan all the time. But then, man, it seemed like every time I'd fly from either Japan to the Philippines or Philippines to Japan, I'd hit a rocky patch of air, man. And so I started flying into Hong Kong. It's smooth sailing from Hong Kong here. It doesn't take that long. Hey, Daniel Hackney, what's going on? Daniel Hackney says, does the estranged husband of the woman killed in the vow inherit the land bought for her by the foreigner boyfriend? Now, I don't know anything about that. Is that what it was? The estranged husband? That had something to do with that? I don't know. But see, I don't know how those laws work over here. Cal Deadman said Gwen Garcia, governor of Cebu, seems logical if she ran. Yeah, but see, remember, it's just like in America. You can't just put your name in there and say, I'm going to do it. You know, there's people who put you up there and say, hey, this is our candidate right here. But Duterte's daughter is, you know, she's a strong arm over here, man. You know, and I think they're going to want her. They're pushing her out there. Okay, Texas Azoid, he says it was a love triangle from what I heard. Wow. See, you know, remember I tell you guys to vet these women, and it's not about all getting in trouble with the law. Go back and look on my video. I said you may get hurt fooling with these women. It ain't about the law over here because she's going to get in trouble, not you. You don't know that she's married, but yeah, this love triangle stuff, man, is dangerous over here because I'm gonna tell you, man, I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna generalize this, man. Filipinos, man, they're jealous, man. And you know, yeah, they're jealous. Jay Bianchini says Terrence Crawford, #1 pound for pound. Yeah, they couldn't make that fight work for some reason. I don't know why, but I don't think Pac-Man wants either of those two. But I would say he probably had a better chance against Terrence Crawford than Errol Spence. But see, Pac-Man's not stupid. He knows something we don't know. I don't believe Errol Spence may not have recovered, you know, mentally from that crash because boxing a lot of times is mental too. And remember, Pac-Man ain't scared of nobody. That's what I give him respect. Yeah, Louis Pizarro, he said love triangle, that would do it. Especially over here, man, you know. Because I asked my girlfriend, I said, do Filipino men, man, that we come over here and date y'all? She said, no, as long as it's not his woman, it don't matter. You come over fooling with somebody's woman, man, you're going to be in trouble, man. Yeah, Brian Nichols, no man wants some woman laying down for some other guy, man. See, that's the whole point, you know, with men, we're funny like that. You know, we're different creatures, man, than women. Because a woman will forgive you for that, but, man, it'd be hard for me to get past that. Really. Sam Champion said Calvin's Bong Bong Marcos running for president also. I haven't seen his name now. A lot of, I've heard him mentioned as a vice president candidate, Sam, but not a president. Because, see, they're talking about, this only happens in the Philippines. They're talking about Duterte running as a vice president under his daughter. Man, that'll be an unbeatable. You wouldn't be able to beat that ticket over here. Damn, Ian says Crawford has less fan support compared to Spence. And see, that's probably what it is. It's all about the money, I'm sure. Oh, yeah, Daniel Hackney says estranged husbands to kill if his wife has a new boyfriend. Dangerous to date married women. It is, man, over here. Or a woman with even a boyfriend over here, man. You know, the hell with what she's telling you, man. You get over here and you bet on me. Go around her friends and go around her family. Find out if she's got a boyfriend, because some of them do. Listen, my girlfriend's brother, he's got to live in. He loves this woman, okay? I mean, he loves her. Will probably kill for her. But a foreigner came over here one time and stayed with his girlfriend for 2 weeks, man. He cried every day, man. You don't want to do that, man. Any longer, I believe he'd have went over and been some trouble. Hey, Red Silk Lloyd, good day, brother. He said, this is why I'm staying single. No trouble from women or children. Dates only. Yeah. Gregory Calhoun said, Calvin, is the test results back on Gail? Any day now, man. It's been a while since we sent that out. We're waiting, man. I got my fingers crossed, man. This will be big news, guys. I promise you. Moonlight says, you just got on Andy Omar's radar. Well, I've been on his radar, man. You know, I don't care. I'm not giving him any pub on my channel. I don't care, people like that, they're miserable, man. I don't know, but I don't have anything against him. I don't know him. I mean, I don't know what these guys are doing, really. But hey, I'm in San Carlos City. If anybody's looking for me, they know where I am. People like that are cowards, man, to me. I mean, life goes by too short. I mean, life goes by too quickly, man. Remember, we're talking about quality of life today. My quality of life is good. I mean, if they got a problem with me, that's their problem. Really, let me say this. I'm going to move on. It's none of my business what you think about me, okay? That's your business. It's not mine, Doug Carr said, who the hell is Andy Omar? Exactly. Like I said, he can do all that stuff, man. People be, a lot of it's jealousy, man, because this is the same guy who was pushing me out there to people. Now all of a sudden he's against me. I don't get it. I don't care. Texas has always said, yup, that's why I always say I ain't hard to find, homies. Yeah, that's right. I just don't make a whole lot of sense. JH, you funny, man. But yeah, it don't bother me. Carl Schwartz said, Calvin, how did you pick that particular city? I really didn't. My girlfriend lives here. We came here to visit her family. And I fell in love with the place. She showed me around it. And then I started, I went back to Dumaguete, then back to Zamboanga, man. I got to thinking like, man, because I like to play tennis, even though I don't play a lot anymore. I love to play it. They got a nice tennis club here with 2 clay courts. You've seen that center mall area, man. It's beautiful, man. Then it's just, this is one of the cleanest cities in the Philippines. It's safe. And, it's not too far if I get an itch to go to Cebu, the Dumaguete, Bacala, Iloilo City. The Cosmic Snail says, hi, do you get monetized for these live chats or do you do it for fun? I do it for both, really. But you can't you won't be able to do live streams, not through YouTube, until your channel's monetized. YouTube created this as a way for people like me, the little mom and pop channels, to earn some more support, to earn some more income, because let's be honest, guys, you're not going to get rich for that. Andy Omar just posted, you're looking for 9 investors. For what? I'm not looking for no investors. He's lying, man, and it's not true, but I'm not going to fight Andy Omar. There's a guy that's got 4,000 subscribers, 4,000 miserable subscribers like him. I mean, I don't even get it, even why y'all would even interested in that type of content. Really, I wouldn't even go over there and look at it. He knows where I am. If he wants to, if he wants Calvin Roach, I'm right here. I'm not EK. I'm not Enrique. Hey, Curtis Baton, he said, what's good, Calvin? He's taking my lunch break, man. I'm glad to see you work, brother. Yeah, John Gomez says, dead when I'm down to play some golf and tennis. It's a lot of that going on over here. Believe it or not, yeah. Yeah, Clayton Mary, it's none of my business what you think about me. You know, that's your business. You know, J.B. and Cheney says, you the man, sunshine. You know, I'm just trying to create a channel, man, a brotherhood, man. We don't need that negative stuff, man. It's enough stuff that we got to deal with when we come halfway around the planet. I mean, why would you want to, why would I want to go after another fellow expat over here? I don't get that. I've never got that, you know. But see, these guys, they know they don't go after the Filipino bloggers. You know why, don't you? Because they're afraid of that two-man tandem. That's what they're afraid of, you know. Because my channel's tame, man, believe it or not. Yeah. Yeah, Doug Carr, you're glad. I mean, he's nothing, man. He's nothing to me. Hey, Mr. Dave TV, what's going on, man? King of clowns. You don't want to cross or anger that guy. You know, I don't care about him. I'm not afraid of him. You know, what's he going to do to me? Put that stuff out there like that. You know, you're going to get that as you start growing. You know, you're going to get people hating like that. I don't care nothing about that. You know. Mel H says, it is hot here. How much is one pint of vanilla ice cream there or milkshake there? Depends on where you get it, but usually if you go in the store, you can get one of those magnums for $1, but a pint is usually going to cost you somewhere around $2. Michael Cosby, yeah. See, you know, I don't deal with people like that. Okay, Eric Ochieng says, I got mad because my Filipino is pimping out her 19-year-old daughter to a 30-year-old foreigner, and her daughter came to me about it. Now I'm torn on what to do. Any advice? Yeah, I'd stay out of that. I would stay out of that, man, to be honest with you. Any of them family squabbles, man, you don't want to get in the middle of that. Oh, man, get off her, King Clowns. You one of his people. You're gone. You know, you guys are pitiful, man. You know, y'all should find something else to do. You know, I'm over here living my best life. And, you know, hey, if they want to do all that, okay. Yeah, Kurt Schwartz, I tried that. He said a good video would be a trip to a big supermarket, show the items and discuss the prices. You can't do it here. Now, and remember I talked about how nice those those security guards are. They still won't let you do it. Yeah, they won't let you do it. Yeah, Manny Furtado. It's all about jealousy. China's older Vulcan said Calvin doesn't need investors to compete with copycats. Sorry stores and walk around banana sellers when his merch is on Teesprings. You're funny, man. That's right, Jose and Luzon. He said we should support each other here. Absolutely, especially us vets, right? You know, yeah, Island Fist. Yeah, he's King Clowns. Yeah, I blocked him. Yeah, so I ain't gonna feed into it, man. The haters, you know, you got strong support from all of us. I know, man. You know, I'm just saying. I've got a tame channel, man. You know, it's really tame, and not only is my channel, but my Facebook page. It's all about helping people. If you got a problem with that, I'm sorry. Moonlight says, I don't see a problem with wanting to do business with others. I'd consider it myself. Yeah, but, you know, it's not about that. Yeah, Kurt Schwartz, he said, nothing worse than an expat screwing or messing with an expat, especially a fellow vet. That's right, man. But, you know, I did a video. It's called The Other Guys, man, you know. Maziro Matano says, when do you trust your Filipino girlfriend, wife? It's just going to take some time. And then, you know, that's an instinct thing. You know, make sure you're thinking with your big head and not your small head, you know. And then she's going to do some things, you know, just like I said, you can do some stuff like 2 weeks before you come over here, send her $200 or $300, say, just hold this for me, honey, until I get there. Now, if you get there and she's got more excuses than she has money, then, you know. Hey, Michael Cosby, thanks for the super chat. He says, I love you all as brothers. Just understand it's unspoken agreement. You are not on the red light street, but it's an agreement like one of them. Yeah, that's right. You know, it's not, you know, like you going out on Walking Street in English City or nothing like that. An unspoken agreement means, you know, why in the world would you, when you come over here, would it look so easy as it is, guys? It looks really easy when you come over here. That's because of that unspoken agreement. When you get off the plane and you come over here, you're going straight to the hotel. Why? And you didn't even ask her, you know. But just that's, she's agreed to do that, but you also agreed in her mind that you're going to take care of her. You're going to pay for everything. So, hey, no big deal. Daniel Hackney says there are three immutable things in life: taxes, death, and trolls on YouTube. Absolutely, man. They don't bother me, man. I really feel good. Jay Bianchini says, remember when Marquez knocked out Pac-Man? Yeah. I mean, everybody was shocked. I mean, I was shocked. Thanks, John Gomez. He said, Calvin, you're living really good. Keep doing your thing. I am, man, you know. I wouldn't have never bought it up, you know, but one of my subscribers bought it up, you know, a viewers, you know, I promise you, man, it doesn't bother me, man, when people do that. Jacob Chanje said, Sunshine Crew, he says, that big hamster wheel is calling. Catch you all next session. Be safe. Hey, thanks, man. Yeah, man, I got a gently used one over here if anybody wants to buy it. Thank you, Smoky Mountain Modeler, for that super chat. He said, for Electronic Community Pantry, Calvin, these trolls are all hat and no coat. Absolutely. Thank you, brother, so much. Yeah. Like I said, I don't get it, man. You know, I could see if, you know, the Filipinos were coming after me, but you got fellow Americans, man. I mean, that's sad. That's about as low as you can go. Oh, absolutely. China, Zolder Vulcan. He said the Republic of the Philippines doesn't want you making it harder on Filipinos to earn a living when you already have more than they have when working. That's exactly right. Tim Jacobs says, with $7,000 a month be enough to live like a king there? Absolutely. Is there anything, what's higher than a king? A sultan? You live like a damn sultan over here for $7,000 a month. Hey, thanks, Levon White. He's a member of the NTZ for life. He says, I'm going. Thanks for the super chat. He says, I'm going to do as you advised. I'm going to get an apartment and get settled before I look for a woman. I'm gonna tell you, man, that's about as good of advice as I can give you when you come over here. That way, you place her in the middle of that dynamic, and then you don't feel like it's an unspoken agreement because you're gonna have to pay the bills anyway. This way, you're sharing your standard of living with her, and then she'll share with you the Garden of Eden. See? Yeah, Gregory Irvin Fegans, he says, if I can't say anything good about another person, I just shut my mouth. No need to add to the negativity. Yeah, you know. But remember, you know, these guys, they're a different creature, Gregory, man, you know. Oh, yeah, Clayton Murray says an emperor. Yeah, you for $7,000 a month, you're an emperor over here. Hey, thank you, Jay, being Cheney for that super sticker, man. I appreciate y'all. All your super stickers, all your super chats. all your thumbs up, guys. Let's hit the thumbs up. AC King says 19-year-old Suka Sasso of the Philippines just won the Women's U.S. Open golf tournament. Huh? That has to be big over there. She's going to be a huge star. I'm glad you said that because remember, if you look on one of my videos, I said it's shocking, because they were asking me about athletes over here in the fitness environment over here. And I said, man, Filipinos are fitness fanatics over here, and they great tennis players, golf, soccer, volleyball. And it's only a matter of time before one of them hits the major stage. And she just did, man. Wow, she won it's going to be big. I didn't see that in the paper, but I didn't look at the paper yet. Hey, Tony Collins, thanks for that super sticker. I'm going to have to look at that today. Road to the Philippines says the trolls are calling me a super simp, a sucker. Yeah, that's because they're jealous of you, man. You're over here living the life they want to live. Remember, many of them aren't even in the Philippines, man. They haven't even been here. Probably don't even have a passport. Hey, Jose Rosado, thanks for that super chat, man. You guys, man, I mean, really, I really appreciate it. Gregory Irvin Fegan says, I hear you, Cal. Just keep the work you're doing on a steady course. You're right on time, man. I appreciate it, man. China, see, this is perfect. I was talking about this to John last Friday. China's older Vulcan. He says, Americans have been politically programmed to argue to get information. Yeah, we argue about anything, and I don't get it, man. You don't see Europeans arguing the way we argue. I don't know why we do. Ed Denoy says Yuka Sato was a skater. Really? Jay Bianchini says, could you open business there? Yeah, but you're going to be 40% Filipino owner, and then I wouldn't know what a business here unless I could offer something that Filipinos can't offer. Wow. Bia Hing America says she's only 19 years old, one of the two youngest to win the title. Wow. Yeah, Eves Gabriel, he says, Mr. Calvin, forget the haters. I am, man, like I said, I don't give them any attention, but somebody put it on her and, and got me into that. CAS React says, not going to lie, I always overlook the Philippines, so I found this channel, man. Thank you. I mean, that's a big compliment, man. But really, I'm just showing you guys there's another option, man, and this is a good one. But it's not me. I mean, it's been thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of people came here before me. As an American, man, we've got a lot of intel on the Philippines. But I'm just a regular Joe letting you guys know that, yeah, the intel is correct on this place. Hey, Prodigy, what's going on? Michael Mirday says, hope I can catch the Mets over there. Oh, you will be. Doug Carr says, now listening to all the Philippines is going to open. No, it's not. It's driving me nuts. Yeah, it's driving everybody nuts. You will know when we all know. Remember, a fully vaccinated Filipino returning back to the Philippines, fully vaccinated, has to undergo a 7-day quarantine. That won't show you anything. You have one business here, Calvin. Okay, what is it? Tony Collins, thank you, brother. He said, thank you, Calvin. I think you're cool as hell. And that's what it's all about, man. We got to get over here and helping each other, man. Look, you 8,000 miles away, man. And, and to the people who think, oh, I don't want to live around expats, you'll regret that after a while. You want at least one or two or three that you can converse on a daily basis. Jay Piancini says, could I go play basketball on the Filipino team? If you're good enough and if you are, a national citizen or, a Filipino Phil-Am or something like that, because Cal Soto, he's over here now. He's going to play on the young Filipino 7-footer that's big. He's coming to join their team. They're trying to get, what's the other guy that plays for the Utah Jazz that just won the 6th Man of the Year award? His mother's Filipino. His father's a Black American. He's coming over here. He just won the 6th Man of the Year in the NBA. What's his name? Texas Zoe says, Cal, since I've been here, I've been to a lot of Garden of Edens until I found the correct one to plant my seed. And that's usually what happens, man, believe it or not. Hey, Jean-Claude Roger. That's a nice name. China of Older Vulcan says, would you buy a laptop for $340 in SMR? Absolutely. Man, this laptop I'm on right now, I'm embarrassed to say how much I paid for it, but John paid about that much. John said he paid $13,000 for his. So yeah, that's about right. Yeah, King-hearted Jordan Clarkson. They're trying to get him to come over here too. Edward Gonzalez said, you living the life, brother. 5 more years for me. I am, man. I tell you what, man. It's the best I've ever known. And, if they want to come after me for it, hey, I'm still going to enjoy it. When I get out here, I'm still going there. And she's got them sexy shorts on at that nice top. For me. Yeah, Tim Jacobs, that's who I was talking about. Jordan Clarkson, yeah. Yeah, the NBA got on him. But I think it's kind of loosened up a little bit. It was something in the newspaper, Dan Ian, about that recently. Yeah, Frank Ellis says, you guys don't know how lonely it can be without a fellow countryman in a foreign country. Absolutely. Especially every now and then, because what's going to happen to you is hearing that language all day. It's going to hurt you. It's going to make your head hurt, and just to hear and talk to somebody who understands you 100%, who's not going to misinterpret you, who you can, talk to, man, on a regular basis, man. You can't put a price on it. Hey, Jean-Claude Roger, thanks for that super sticker. You can't put a price on that. That's why me and John, that's how we got tight, man. We just started meeting every Friday, at McDonald's, and, he's really the flip side of me, and that's probably why that little show we got does so well, because he relates to a whole different crowd than me. See, he's part of that party crowd. I'm not. John Gomez says, can everyone here get together in a club in your town, Calvin? Yeah, but it wouldn't be a club. What we could do is we could go to Sapaway Island and rent us one of them, what they call it. One of them little, I want to say a hut, but it's not called a hut. And you drink all the beer, go swimming. We have our own little, be like our own little club. Jose in Luzon says, I don't even know what it's like to have another American around me now. What part of Luzon you live in, Jose? Because I know it gets spread out up there where you are. Luis Pizarro said, that's why we Puerto Ricans, we stick together. We see one another. Yeah. Yeah, disregard the branch of service. Absolutely. Some of my best friends in the Navy were Puerto Ricans, and they stuck together, man. No matter what part of the Puerto Rico they came from, or what part of New York they came from, or Connecticut, or up that way where a lot of Puerto Ricans are, they stuck together. You fight one of them, you got to fight them all. But to me, man, really, it was like hanging with brothers for real. Especially the ones from New York, man. My closest friends that I used to hang around with every single day, get high, drink, and stuff like that. They were Puerto Ricans. James B says South Bronx. Jason McPherson, wow, blessings for Toronto, my brother. Hey, thanks, brother. Buka Seguro, he's another brother that's got a channel. This guy's talented, though. He's a singer, songwriter, composer, world-class ice skater and skater. He was born in Haiti, but he was adopted and raised in Toronto, Canada. Came over here, married a Filipino, lived in Manila for 5 years. He's back in Quebec City right now. He's got a nice channel. Hey, thanks, Cal, Devin. I appreciate it. Cal, please don't remind me about those Daisy Dukes. It's tough enough just looking at you guys that are there already. Man, I'm going to tell you something, man. You know, my girlfriend, man, she got all emotional last night about me may have to leave. You know, I'm sitting there looking at it, and, you know, I would never go underground, but I tell you what, man, something's going to have to, you know, open up, man, by the time I have to leave here in October or November, man, because I'm going to tell you something, man. It's going to be, man, a sad day. Sam Champion said, Calvin, in the words of the Godfather, go Chuck Brown, let's have a block party. Man, we could, man, once this opens up. But I would rather go on like one of those resorts over there. It'd be so much better, man. You know, we're there by the beach. You know, you're outside. It'll be really nice, man. China's older Vulcan said, you probably have to stay online for social interaction. There are many interesting comments and stories the trolls don't seem to cultivate. Absolutely. Hey, Stephen K., thank you for that super chat. He says, unfortunately, the local way of life has been crippled by COVID all over the world, not just in the fields. We all need to do what we have to do to protect and care for each other, just do better. Absolutely, man. And that's why I end my talk the way I do. You know, if you see somebody out there struggling, man, pandemic or post-pandemic, man, help them, man. Give them a few dollars, buy them something to eat, buy them something to drink, man. Don't just drive past them, man, you know, because I've been that person before, believe it or not, man. If we just help one another, we could make it through the pandemic. America's almost made it through in Europe and all those places. Michael Coffey says, Calvin, hi, sir. I toured Manila, Cebu, Davao, Iloilo on my nurse missions in 2017, 18, 19. Philippines can be addictive. Oh, yeah, for easy life. From the nurse, Mike. Absolutely. And that's one of the things that that's so alluring about the Philippines. The low cost of living, the simplicity, the simple lifestyle over here, man. Kick back. When you first come over here, you thinking all these people are lazy. That's what a lot of people get the impression, but they're not, man. It's just their lifestyle. You may be riding down the street, somebody is kicked back in a hammock right by the road, going back and forth like this. John Gomez says, I'm half Puerto Rican and Portuguese. My first wife was Japanese. My second girlfriend was Guyanese. My present future ex-wife is Dominican. Wow. Yeah, well, see, I was in we went to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and I was in the Navy with some guys. They were from Rhode Island. I guess they were Portuguese. You know, they were American, but they were Portuguese because they could speak some of the language over there. Tony Collins, thank you, brother. He said, I help more people because of you. I'll tell you, man, nothing makes you feel better than helping another suffering human being, man. You know, I don't care what your motives are. Devin said Cal's trying to rub it in. I'm gonna tell you, man, it's right now, man, you know, with the weather and just so many places over here, this place never gets old. And then, you know, like I said, man, you know, when you come over here for the first time and you see these women over here, man, it's going to kind of surprise you. It's going to shock you. And then when you see their disposition, man, their attitudes, you know, you're going to be like, man, I've been to Brazil, I've been to Colombia, Mexico, of course, the United States. I've been to Europe. Y'all can have all that, man. Give me the Filipino, man, you know. Daniel Heckney says, I'm an old man now, but I'm not going to forget the best advice from Calvin. I'm the prize, and I'm the catch in the Philippines. That's tattooed in the brain. It's true, man. And as long as you remember that, don't let them flip the script, man. Your time here is going to be a whole lot better, you know. Thomas King said Cape Verde speak Portuguese. Michael Cosby says, have I been blocked? How? I'm seeing your comment now. Hey, Belizean Edwin says, Calvin, sad to say, but kids on the street there in Philippines never give them money, buy them food. Yeah. Some of them buy drugs with the money. Absolutely. It happens to me. I give a kid money and they buy drugs with it. See, I don't ever do that either. I always buy them food because I don't want them harassing me later on or harassing somebody else. You know, you get on them drugs over here, that rugby and stuff like that, and, you know, they're going to harass you, man. And a lot of times, trust me, when you see the ones with the red hair up here, those are the bajau. If you get one, I promise you 20 of them are waiting in the wings. They're watching you. And they're all going to surround you, man. They did me like that in Dumaguete. Luckily, I was by that Lee's supermarket down there. I was able to run in there. Hey, Tony Collins, thanks for the super chat. He said, I love the boots on the ground. I have plans to come over when I can, man. I hope I'm still here, man, when it opens up. Hey, Eves Gabriel, thanks for that super chat. I mean, super sticker. I really appreciate you. Hey, Ennis Montgomery, thank you for the super chat. He said, hey, big brother Cal, K1 visa will give time for the polygraph test in a Filipino to know her true intent. Similar to DNA testing and knowing the truth. Keep making us proud, brother. Thank you, man. Yeah. See, that's why I tell guys, you know, if you've made up in your mind you're gonna get married, do the K1, man. That way, when she comes to your country, you can see her in your element and how she's going to react, how she's going to respond, you know, because it's a big jump from the province to America, man. And I don't think a lot of you guys really get that. You know, you're not taking her from the Philippines to America. You're taking her from the province to America. You can take some of these women, man, from the province and take them to San Carlos and it's culture shock. Trust me, man. You know, but when you take them right from that province to America, Europe, France, man, you're asking a lot, man. Believe it or not. Jose in Luzon said, I moved to the Philippines from Chicago, no regrets. I have no regrets either. Hey, Paul M., what's going on? Texas is always says, okay, Cal, we all get together. I don't care where all food and drinks on me. Wow. Hey, thanks, brother. But yeah, that'd be nice, man. You know, I would love to have it in, like I said, on a resort somewhere. Stephen K says, a lie detector test. I wouldn't go that far, but, you know, if you come over a few times, man, you'll get to know her, man, you know. And remember, guys, I'm not saying that there's not good women online. I'm just saying that the ones online, when you meet women online, you're in the crosshairs of the bad ones. You run a better chance of getting unlucky than if you just come over here. Love Beat Muse says when the new expat sees the people that live in the cemetery, they will see real poverty. Yeah, and if you go to I've shown y'all real poverty when you go when I was dealing with baby Denise and Donna. That's the squatters area. And this is San Carlos. You go to some of them places in these bigger cities, man, you'll see it. You know, It doesn't make them less than, but it kind of makes you, when you come here for the first time and you go back home, you're not going to go back home the same as you was. You're going to appreciate your job. You're going to appreciate your family. You're going to appreciate everything. You're going to put it all in perspective, because that's all you basically seen is your good life that you have, as bad as you think it is. Tony Collins says, what's going on your house and lot? We're waiting for the building permit to get approved, and then we're set to go. Brazilian Edwin says, if you're ever changing your money in the Philippines, never use the money changers outside. Someone will be watching you always. Looks around the mall is the best way to change your money, much safer. Yeah, and when you get in the airport, at least, if you got 2,000, at least do 1,000, man. It's going to save you some time. You're not going to lose that much money. I already added it up. You're going to lose about 350 pesos, about $7, man. Come on. Your life is worth that. I promise you. Okay, Retired 2019 says, Calvin, if you visit Raleigh, North Carolina, let me know. Dinner is on me. My son's mother lives there. And man, the last time she saw me in 2016, she wanted to get together, but I turned it down, man, because my wife was with me. But other than that, I probably would have. Lawrence Cotton, he says, hi, Calvin. Got info why a Brazilian wife didn't work in the U.S. Now, did she have a green card? Because when you first get there, you're not going to have it. If you do the K1, you got to apply for that green card. And then in the meantime, while you're waiting, they'll give you what's called a combo card. It allows her to travel and to work. AC King said, what's the best way to check the background woman over there? How much does it cost? The Cinemar is really all you need. And that's that certificate of singleness. That's really all you want to know, to be honest with you. But somebody said something to me one time. They said, it's always good to get a girl who has a legitimate job here, like at the mall, job visa or something, because they've already done all the background checks for you. See, before you get a legitimate job over here, you go through the ringer, man. So if you meet a woman who works in the mall as a sales clerk or something like that, you know that she's already been put through the ringer, see? She's already been vetted for you. Yeah. Okay, Eric Oching says, can you say something about the potential weather alerts like typhoons, volcanoes? Just wondering what we might face. See, that's why I remind you that there is no one Philippines. This place is spread out. Some places, like San Carlos, we don't deal with typhoons, only the remnants, the rain, like that. But it's only certain parts of the Philippines where you're going to get those typhoons. That's Central Luzon, up about Culacan, I think that's the name of the place. The Eastern Visayas region, Leyte, Samar, up in that area, Tacloban City, Leyte. But wherever you're talking about settling, now you will run into flooding. There's areas that get a lot of flooding. You can simply just do that research and find out their history on that. San Carlos City has some flooding, but not in my area. But as far as volcanoes, well, they got that one volcano. Well, they actually got two. The one that blew up in the 90s by the naval base. Then they've got one volcano, the Taal volcano, Taal. That's up in Batangas in Luzon. But most of the times, you're not going to run into that, the typhoons in most of the areas, Cebu, stuff like that. Now, earthquakes, that's a different story. It's starting to become prevalent more and more in the Philippines in certain areas, especially down in Mindanao, because the Philippines is on that ring of fire. Stephen K says, why y'all concerned with legit jobs in the Philippine economy? What's a legit job? Like Jollibee, working at, where you get either it's a contract job or some of them are permanent at the grocery store, at the mall. Those are legit jobs. Or at City Hall. Yeah, those are legit jobs like that. Yeah, Doug Carr, Pinatubo is one, and then the tall volcano is another. Tony Khan said, you see any favoritism for certain countries than others? If any, it would be Americans, because, we have a history with the Philippines, and then, it's a volatile history, really, the longer you go back. But they only tend to go back here, World War II, when General MacArthur came back and recaptured the Philippines from the Japanese. And so they fell in love with America. But really, no. The Philippines is one of the few places left on the earth where they're going to judge you by character here. I promise you that, man. I'm not making that up. Now, will they put me on TV, on commercials and stuff with my dark skin? No. But I don't want to do that. But I'm around the masses of people. They don't treat me any different. Matter of fact, they treat me better. Yeah, a Brazilian, when he said, Calvin, you give the best advice on dating online. It happened to me. He said, I was chatting with this girl back in 2001. I thought it was her. When we meet up in person, it was not her. She used her sister's picture. It happened to me before. Yeah, it happened to me before with a woman from Tacloban. I'm chatting with her thinking this is her, and she's sending me pictures and stuff. Come to find out it's her damn sister. But she was nice looking anyway, so I didn't care. But yeah, it happens all the time. Well, when I say legit, Stephen K, he says, why is that a legit job versus cooking food or making things for their community? Because when I say legit, I mean what you have to do to get the job. See, you have to take certain steps to get a job like that. That's why I call it legit. You got to get the barangay clearance. You got to get the NBI clearance, which is the background check and all of that. You got to get all of that done. The medical certificate. You have to do all of that. Don't make me roll after it. Said P9s with jobs in major companies have already been vetted. Yeah, and have physicals every year. See, that's what I'm saying. Don't make me roll after it. That's exactly my point I'm making. So they've already been vetted. But for the most of them, guys, look, a simple cinema is enough. You come around her enough, her friends and family, you're going to know everything you need to know about her. And the overwhelming majority of them are good. But, if you just want that extra, assurance that she's not apt to scam you, but they all want that, they all want that better way of life. Now, whether they want their visa or not, I don't know, but they all want that better way of life. It's that unspoken agreement, guys. Don't let your ego get in the way of that. That's been in existence long before Sunshine Shoulders, man. Axion Falls says, if you retire in the Philippines, can you work remote over the internet? Yeah, well, you have to report the income. Oh, yeah, you have to report the income in America because that's who you're going to be working for. See, just like me, okay, the income that I generate on YouTube sends me a 1099. I don't pay income here because I'm not working for a Filipino company. All right. Yeah, AC King can expect to take classes at the local college over there. Yeah, college is a great place to meet women, both students and teachers. Absolutely. But, you got to pass the, exam, the entrance exam. Hey, Michael Cosby, have a good one. Yeah, guys, I got about 10 minutes left. Cornelius Hill, what's going on, man? Jane D says, why not Thailand or Indonesia or Vietnam or Latin America instead of that poor country? Well, you see, that's where you're wrong. The Philippines isn't poor. Now, a lot of the people are, but the country isn't. You better do your research on that. And you got to realize for English-speaking people like me, see, what you have to understand is I'm welcome here. See, that's the number one thing. A lot of them places you're talking about, we're not as welcomed as we are in the Philippines. See, that goes a long way for people. The low cost of living, English-speaking, you know, it's a lot of reasons why, you know, I bypassed all those places. Not saying those places aren't good, but you asked me why. And I told you why. I'm welcome here, see. I don't know if I'm going to be welcome in them places. Not as welcome as I'm going to be here. The low cost of living, you know. Remember, this country isn't poor. Philippines has the 34th largest economy in the world. This is pre-pandemic now. So come on, guys. That's right. Kirk Ford says the women. Yeah, the women. Yeah, they're a lot more available. They're a lot more, you know, accessible than, you know. Okay, Axion, thank you, brother. He said, have a good night, Cal. I said, check your PayPal. I made a donation to your electronic community pantry. Man, I really, really appreciate it, man. I never take this stuff for granted, man. It's humbling, man. And it all goes, it all gets paid forward, man. All you got to do is, I've been doing this since August 2020. I mean, I haven't skipped a week. Sometimes it's every single day. Regular Joe Travel says, that's right. Go where you're treated best. Absolutely. That's exactly what it is. I'm not down in those places, man. I couldn't have said any better, Regular Joe. Some people, you know, I'm going to tell you, before I was coming here, one of my places I was going to go to South Africa, I never made it. Because, you know, I love beaches. And South Africa's got sugar sand beaches. It's really nice down there, man. Hey, Davion Angley, he said, the cost of living in the Philippines cannot be beat. Yeah, you can always visit Indonesia, Thailand, Malaysia. That's right. You know, and take your woman with you. See, it makes it even better. Hey, thanks. Joe B said, hey, Calvin, how you doing? I just tuned in. Where's John? He went somewhere with his wife. He left early. Yeah, let's try to get 200 likes, guys. I got about 7 minutes left. D. Gordon said that's from the Nomad Capitalist. Roy Jones said Geo is 49. He said it many times in his channel. He's on Cebu now, man. I tell you what, that'd be a good place to be stranded in the pandemic. Cebu Island. There's so many places to go there, man. You know, it's not like here. We got some places to go here in, you know, Oriental and Occidental, but you go to that Cebu Island, man, you got many places. Malboal, you got Camotes, you know, Bantayan Island, Malapascua. You got just so many places, man, you can go. J.B. and Cheney says, do they break dance in the Philippines? Yeah. They hip-hop community is big here in the Philippines. Rap, hip-hop, yeah. Belize, Edwin says, I'm from Belize City, but I would never go back there. I get better respect in the Philippines than my own country. I get mad respect here. They treat me like a celebrity here, man. I mean, that's why I've stayed so far. Mark Ratner says, friend of mine visited South Africa twice to surf. He said the water was surprisingly cold. I don't understand that either. Paul M says, do you know any places to take classes in the local language in San Carlos City? You can do that online. You can do that on YouTube, or when you get here, hell, you can find somebody easily to do that. I would go to either the high school or one of the colleges here. I'm pretty sure you can get you a tutor. But you can go on YouTube and do that. Yeah, CAS React says, I watched a video about Cebu, and you're right, a whole lot of places to see and activities to do there. It is. Oh, Doug Carr said the currents from the Atlantic make the water, Antarctic make the water so cold over there. Regular Joe says, I wish the PI would make cannabis legal for medical. Now, Thailand is working on it. I would prefer to be in the PI, though. Yeah, I was watching something. Thailand, man, they're strict on drugs, too. I was watching a couple of foreigners got caught over there. One guy got caught with hash. One guy caught with, a couple guys got caught with heroin. Man, they don't play over there. Joe B says, why you have to leave? I'm on a tourist visa, Joe B. And you can stay here at what's called a long-term stay visa, 36 months. You leave for one day normally, and you're allowed to come back in and start the process over again. But because of the pandemic, see, we're unable to do that. But because, the Philippines isn't open, if I leave and it's not reopened, I won't be able to come back. Stephen K said, because you are treated better, there is not a reason to not criticize them. Why would I want to criticize them? I mean, it's not that. I mean, why would I come here and criticize people when I understand what people are going through? And then I don't understand all the ins and outs of this country, the government and all that. So, I mean, I wouldn't want to criticize them. Tony Collins says, how's John? He's doing better. Hey, thanks, Yvonne White. He said it. Daniel Hackney said, I watched those other channels because YouTube suggested them. Once I was directed to Calvin, I've never looked back. This is the only channel I've supported. Man, I appreciate you too, Levine. How's your son doing, man? Is he healthier now? Is he ready to go? Levine said, yeah. I want the college helmets also. Yeah, it's many of them, man. 3 more likes, guys. Let's get it. We got 3 minutes, guys. Come on. Belize and Evans and Calvin, if you leave in the Philippines, I can bet you be crying like a baby. Absolutely. I do that anyway. Even when I leave, when I used to come here for 3 or 4 months, 6 months, man, I thought it was just me, but I heard that, people who go to Brazil, they do the same thing. On the way to the airport, man, you get such a connection to the place. I mean, and really, man, it's like the opposite. It's like I'm leaving home, going abroad, instead of leaving abroad, going home, man. Yeah. The first time I came here, and I was only here for 2 weeks, I promise you, man, I cried, man. I teared up, and I couldn't believe it. I thought it was just me. I said, man, you crazy, man. What you doing crying, leaving this place? Until I start talking to other people, it's the same way. Jason Will said, how big is the Jollibee scandal? Do people stop going there? No. The Philippines is a forgiving society. They've already moved on. As a matter of fact, the day after it happened, Facebook was full of support for Jollibee. This is a national treasure, and I don't even know. The Jollibee will probably give the lady free food because I'm pretty sure she won't sue them. Not over here. That kind of stuff doesn't happen. Hey, thanks, Michael Collins, for that super chat. He said, I love you and my friends and family. God bless you all. Man, we love you back, man. We're looking forward to your channel. We're going to support you 100%. I promise you that. Hey, guys, but it's time for me to get off of here, man. Thanks, everybody, for your super chats, super stickers, your thumbs up, your Patreon membership, whoever's going on there buying those T-shirts and stuff, man, I really, really appreciate it, man. Your kindness, your generosity, your support of my channel. It's truly amazing, man. And I'm going to keep this channel going. I'm going to do all I can, despite the haters. Let the haters hate, man. Let the scoffers scoff, guys. We're going to create this brotherhood. It's going to get stronger, man. So if you're in America, it's getting late. Before you let your head hit the pillow, please find somebody to help. But if you own one of them late grocery runs, beer runs, weed runs, just getting off second shift, or you're on your lunch break, you see somebody in the street, buy them something to eat, buy them something to drink, give them a couple of dollars. In the Philippines, it's what, 11, 13 a.m. You got the whole rest of the day to find somebody to help. There's no excuse, man. If you got an extra, that you shouldn't be helping somebody. If you got 2 pesos, give somebody one of them, man, because if I don't know anything else, I know there's one thing for sure. We help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay COVID free. I'll see you next time. Tony Collins, thanks again for the super chat. He said, we all love you, man. I love y'all back, man. I promise you, man. And when this opens up, man, we're going to have the biggest party that any YouTuber has ever put on. You know, all you got to do is just show up, man. We're going to have the beer. We're going to have the lechon. We're going to have the women. We have it all. It's going to be on a resort, probably in Sapaway. You know, even the trolls are invited. Y'all heard that. We're going to convert them, guys. Take care, man. I'll see y'all next time.